Yes, good morning to all. Now we are going to start second chapter in this unit, unit number 4. It is homomorphism and isomorphism of rings. Already we discussed homomorphism and isomorphism of groups in group theory, right? Almost that same concept here we have to proceed now, except in groups we used only one binary operator, especially multiplicative operator in theoretical point of view. Here we are going to use two binary operators, addition and multiplication. That is the basic difference between there and here, right? Now, chapter name is what? Second chapter, it is homomorphism and isomorphism of rings. Homomorphism and isomorphism of rings, right? Today, in the first stages, I am going to discuss few definitions here, right? Basic definitions. First, let us see what is homomorphism in the ring or ring homomorphism. You can call it ring homomorphism in rings. What kind of thing? Just we are proceeding. Definition of homomorphism in the rings. It is. Let us consider that R comma plus comma dot and S comma plus comma dot are two rings. Let us take two rings. One is R and other one is S. And let us define F is mapping from R to S. F is one well-defined mapping from R to S. Then this F is said to be homomorphism from R to S if it can satisfy two conditions. Condition number one is f of a plus b is equal to f of a plus f of b for all a comma b belongs to domain set R. And second condition is, here we are writing, f of a into b should be equal to f of a into f of b. It is true for every two elements a comma b in domain set R. I mean, for every two elements a and b in R, if f of a plus b is equal to f of a plus f of b and f of a into b equal to f of a into f of b, then you say that f is homomorphism from ring R into ring S. Right? In your group theory, we proceed only this. If G comma dot is a group and f of a into b equal to f of a into f of b, for all a comma b belongs to G, you say f is homomorphism from G to G dash whatever. Here we have extra this due to two binary operators. That is the only difference. Otherwise, same work we have to do like group theory. Right? Like once come on here to proceed your condition. Find this result and this result, both should be equal. Find this result and this result, both should be equal. In such case only you say f is homomorphism. If at least one of these two conditions can fail, you say f is not homomorphism, right? But whenever f is homomorphism from a ring R to a ring S, symbolically you can write it as like this one. This is the symbol for homomorphism. You have to read it as R is homomorphic. R is homomorphic to S. Right? Whenever f is homomorphism from ring R to S, you can denote like this one. R is homomorphic to S. Right? This is the definition of homomorphism. Still few more definitions observed here. The next one is endomorphism. The definition of endomorphism. Yes, it is very simple. A homomorphism from ring R to itself is called as endomorphism. That means f should be homomorphism from ring R to R. In such case, that f is called as what? Endomorphism. Understood R1? If f is mapping from R to R is homomorphism, then f is called as what? Endomorphism. Any problem is there? This is the definition of endomorphism. Right? Next, let us go definition of monomorphism. It is a one-one homomorphism is called as monomorphism. That means your taken function should be first homomorphism from ring R to ring S, as well as it must satisfy one-one condition. In such case, you say that mapping is what? Monomorphism. That means if F is mapping from ring R to ring S is homomorphism as well as F is 1 1, then you say that F is what? Monomorphism. 1 1 means what? Already in group 3 I explained. For different domain elements, if there exist different images, then you say that mapping is 1 1. Otherwise, in the mathematical work, to prove one function f is 1 1, let us take some f of x equal to f of y for every x comma y belongs to domain set. Using that, if we can show x equal to y, then you say f is what? 1 1. Take this condition and using that, if you can show this x equal to y, then you say f is 1 1. If f is 1 1 and homomorphism from a ring R to ring S, then you say f is what? Monomorphism. This is the definition of monomorphism, right? Next one is epimorphism. Yes, it is. An onto homomorphism is called as epimorphism. That means f is mapping from ring R to ring S is homomorphism as well as f must satisfy onto condition. In such case, that f is called as what? Epimorphism. That means f is mapping from ring R to ring S is homomorphism as well as f is onto. Then you say that f is what? Epimorphism. But in group theory already defined what is onto mapping. When do you say f is onto? What is onto mapping? For every element of codomain set, if there exists pre-image in a domain set, you say that mapping is what? Onto. For every element of codomain set, if there exists pre-image in a domain set, you say it is onto. Otherwise, in this relation, if range and codomain set both are same, then you say that mapping is what? Onto. Range means what? Codomain set is what? Yes, and range means what? Map the element to yes. If those two sets are equal, then you say f is what? Onto. Epimorphism means what? F should be onto and f should be what? Homomorphism from ring R to ring S. Then you say f is epimorphism, right? Okay, now let us come on to the title second condition. It is isomorphism. What is that isomorphism? 1 1 onto homomorphism is called as isomorphism. That means, let us take a mapping f from ring R to ring S is homomorphism. It should be first homomorphism as well as f is 1 1 as well as f is what? Onto. If f is 1 1 onto and f is homomorphism from ring R to ring S, then you say f is what? Isomorphism from ring R to ring S. And symbolically you can denote it as like this. R is isomorphic to S. You have to read. You can equal line extra said that is isomorphism. If f is isomorphism from ring R to ring S, you can denote like this one. But how to read this one? R is isomorphic to S. Right? This is the definition of isomorphism. Okay, now let us go to automorphism. It is same like endomorphism in homomorphism. Homomorphism and endomorphism are defined in the similar way. In isomorphism, you can define automorphism. It is very simple. An isomorphism from ring R to itself is called as automorphism. That means if f is mapping from ring R to ring R is an isomorphism, then f is called as what? Automorphism. Right? అంటే ఆటోమార్ఫిజం అంటే మనం ఎక్స్ట్రా చేయాల్సిన వర్క్ ఏం లేదు. ఐసోమార్ఫిజం వర్క్ చేసిన తర్వాత జస్ట్ సేమ్ ఇన్ దట్ మ్యాపింగ్ డొమైన్ సెట్ అండ్ కో డొమైన్ సెట్ వన్ అండ్ సేమ్ ఆర్ నాట్. ఇఫ్ బోత్ ఆర్ సేమ్, you say that isomorphism is what? Automorphism. Right? These are few basic conditions. No? Still we have to present few more definitions. In కొన్ని definitions proceed for two definitions, then we can stop definitions point. Our next definition is homomorphic image of the ring. Homomorphic image of the ring. Homomorphic image of the ring. Once it is, let us consider that f is homomorphism from a ring R to ring S. F is homomorphism from a ring R to ring S. Then homomorphic image of R is denoted by f of R, defined as the set of all those elements of S which has pre-image in R. S లోని ఏ ఎలిమెంట్స్ కి అయితే ప్రీ ఇమేజ్ R లో ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అవుతుందో అలాంటి ఎలిమెంట్స్ అన్ని ఒక సెట్ గా ఫామ్ చేయండి. దట్ సెట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ వాట్? హోమోమార్ఫిక్ ఇమేజ్ అండ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ డినోటెడ్ బై f of R. Otherwise simply we can write f of R as what? Set f of x, set of all elements f of x such that x belongs to R. ఇదొకటి గుర్తుపెట్టుకున్నా చాలు. f of R, homomorphic image means f of R which is what? Set x, f of x such that x belongs to R. మీకు ఇక్కడ గ్రాఫిక్ లో చూపిస్తాను, క్లియర్ గా అర్థమవుతుంది. ఇది R సెట్ అనుకున్నాము, ఇది S సెట్, ఇది f homomorphism. R లో కంపల్సరీ 0 ఉంటుంది, S లో 0 డాష్, both are 0 elements. 0 element in R we have to denote proceed 0 element in S we have to denote with what? 0 dash to denote just. In R, for my convenience I am taking elements as like this: A, B, C అనుకున్నాం, ఈ ఎలిమెంట్స్ అనుకున్నాం. In S we have elements like this one: X, Y, something like P, Q, right? Now this is compulsory. 0 is mapped to 0 dash in homomorphism compulsory. That you can do in the first theorem. Leave it. Remaining elements mapping also for my convenience I am taking like this. A is mapped to Y, B is mapped to 0 dash again, right? And C is mapped to Q I am taking. Then can you define what is f of R set, homomorphic image of R set? What I said, the set of all those elements of S which have pre-image in R. అంటే సెట్ లో S లోని ఎలిమెంట్స్ వేటికి R లో ప్రీ ఇమేజ్ ఉందో చూడండి, అలాంటి ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఒక సెట్ గా ఫామ్ చేస్తాం. ఏది? Y కి ఉంది, నెక్స్ట్ 0 డాష్ కి ఉంది, నెక్స్ట్ Q కి ఉంది. ఇక X and P కి లేవు. దట్స్ వై డోంట్ ప్రొసీడ్ హియర్. దిస్ సెట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ వాట్? హోమోమార్ఫిక్ ఇమేజ్ ఆఫ్ R. దిస్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ హోమోమార్ఫిక్ ఇమేజ్ ఆఫ్ R, రైట్? Now next see one more definition, another very important definition. It is kernel of the homomorphism. Kernel of the homomorphism, another very important definition. Yes. Let us consider that f is homomorphism from a ring R to a ring S. Let us consider that f is homomorphism from a ring R to a ring S. Then the set of all those elements of R which are mapped to the 0 element of S is called as kernel of homomorphism S. F and it is denoted by this symbol, kernel F. Once again I am repeating. Let f is homomorphism from a ring R to a ring S, then the set of all those elements of R which are mapped to the 0 element of S is called as kernel of homomorphism F and it is denoted by this symbol KERF. Otherwise simply you can remember kernel F as like this one. Set x belongs to R such that f of x is equal to 0 dash, where 0 dash is what? 0 element in S. 0 dash is S when exists a 0 element, right? The meaning is set of all those elements of R which are mapped to the 0 element of R dash is called as kernel F. ఇంకా మీకు గ్రాఫికల్ గా చూపిస్తాను, జామెట్రిక్ డయాగ్రామికల్ గా చూపిస్తాను. అమ్మ this is S set, this is R set. Sorry, this is R set, this is S set. I wrote it reverse. F homomorphism. Here again I am taking same elements A, B, 0, C, same X, Y, 0 dash is compulsory 0 element in S and P, Q. Again I am taking, this is compulsory mapping. Remaining elements mapping same like that I am taking. A is mapping to something like this one, 0 dash, B is mapping to X, C is mapping to P, I taken like this one. I am telling that F is homomorphism from ring R to ring S. Then can you define kernel F set here? ఇక్కడ kernel F set define చేస్తాను ఏమన్నాను? The set of all those elements of R which are mapped to the 0 element of r dash. 0 element అంటే 0 dash అంటే 0 dash కి r లో ఏ ఎలిమెంట్స్ మ్యాప్ చేసినావో చూసుకోండి. those proceed as a set. ఓకేనా? ఏ మ్యాప్ చేసింది 0 మ్యాప్ చేసింది, b అనేది x కి మ్యాప్ చేసింది, c అనేది p కి మ్యాప్ చేసింది. బట్ 0 డాష్ మ్యాప్ చేసిన a అండ్ 0 నే కదా, వాటిని సెట్ గా ఫార్మ్ చేయండి. దట్ ఈస్ యువర్ కెర్నల్ f set. దిస్ ఈస్ ద డెఫినేషన్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ కెర్నల్ f set, రైట్? అండ్ you remember no, కెర్నల్ f set is always subset of r. ఒకసారి చూసుకోండి అమ్మ, కెర్నల్ f లో ఉండే ఎలిమెంట్స్ అన్ని కూడా బేసికల్ గా దేంట్లోనే ఎలిమెంట్స్ మా r లోనే ఎలిమెంట్స్ కాబట్టి సే కెర్నల్ f is always subset or equal to r. This is useful condition in your further studies. Here also f of r set ఉంది కదా, f of r set is always subset or equal to s ma, because f of r లో existing elements అన్ని కూడా బేసికల్ దేంట్లోనే ఎలిమెంట్స్ మా s లోనే ఎలిమెంట్స్. That's why f of r is always subset or equal to codomain set s, and kernel f is always subset or equal to domain set r. These two conditions try to remember now. These are few basic definitions in this chapter. Now let us see few problems in this section. Yes, let us see problems here now. First problem is, if f is mapping from real number set strict to r. This is real number set to integer set, ring of real numbers, ring of integers. If f is mapping from r to z such that f of x is equal to 0 for all x belongs to r, x belongs to r, then prove that f is a ring homomorphism. F is a ring homomorphism and find kernel f. This is your question, right? If f is mapping from r to z such that f of x equal to 0 for all x belongs to r, then prove that this f is ring homomorphism. Means basically homomorphism definition in groups and rings both available. If simply prove that f is homomorphism means what? You must go for group concept only. If they can mention prove that it is ring homomorphism, then only come back to this one. After that, one more condition they want. What is that? Find kernel f in that situation also, right? For that, first I want to take given data. First ichina data తీసుకుందాం, right? Given that f is mapping from r to z such that f of x is equal to 0 for all x belongs to r, right? But already I explained in the definition, you need two elements a and b. Here not only a and b, if you want you can take x and y also. That means to prove f is ring homomorphism, we must show that f of x plus y is equal to f of x plus f of y, as well as f of x into y is equal to f of x into f of y for all x comma y belongs to your domain set r, right? అమ్మా, నేను డెఫినేషన్లో ఏబీ తీసుకున్నాను. ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ కంపల్సరీ, ఏవైనా నోటేషన్స్ ఉండొచ్చు. ఇక్కడ ఎక్స్లో ఉంది కాబట్టి ఎక్స్లో వర్క్ చేద్దాం, ఎక్స్ అండ్ వై తీసుకున్నాను. సో ఎక్స్లో రిలేషన్ ఉంది కాబట్టి మనం వైకి కూడా రిలేషన్ కావాలి కాబట్టి డైరెక్ట్లీ రైట్. ఇఫ్ ఎఫ్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ ఈక్వల్ టు 0 ఫర్ ఆల్ ఎక్స్ బిలాంగ్స్ టు ఆర్, దెన్ ఈజ్ ఇట్ ఎఫ్ ఆఫ్ వై ఈస్ ఈక్వల్ టు 0 ఫర్ ఆల్ వై బిలాంగ్స్ టు ఆర్ ఈస్ పాసిబుల్ ఆర్ నాట్, బికాజ్ వీ హావ్ టు ప్రొసీడ్ దిస్ టు. ఇది తీసుకోవాలి, ఈ రెండు చూపించాలి. ఓకేనా? అది తీసుకున్నాను. ఇక now keep this aside. Again I want to recollect this one. For x comma y belongs to r, r is real number set, implies is it x plus y belongs to r or not? Because r is a ring. Ring means under addition it must satisfy closure property. Whenever x and y are elements of r1, if it can satisfy under closure property addition, then x plus y should be element of r. Otherwise in the simple way go through like this. X and y both are integers, no? Then x plus y is also integer or not? I mean x and y both are real numbers, no? Then x plus y is also real number or not? That condition is possible, right? But here once concentrate a relation. Whenever x belongs to r, you have f of x equal to 0. Then what about for x plus y belongs to r now? According to that, f of x plus y is also what was 0. Amma x r lo unte f of x 0 untundi. అలాగే x plus y r లో ఉంటే f of x plus y should be 0 or not. Absolutely. This 0 I am going to write as 0 plus 0 for my convenience. Any problem? I want to replace this 0 with this f of x, this 0 with this f of y. Then this is what now? F of x plus f of y. That's all. We proved f of x plus y is equal to f of x plus f of y. Keep aside number 1 got this one. In the similar way, how to go for here? For that again, from here you can start. For x comma y belongs to R implies is it x into y in R or not, means whenever x and y are real numbers, x into y also real number or not. But whenever x belongs to R, we have f of x equal to 0. Then what about for x y belongs to R? We say f of xy is equal to 0. But again this 0 I am going to write as 0 into 0. This 0 I am replacing with f of x, this 0 I am replacing with f of y. Then this is what now? F of x into f of y. Let it be, this is number 2. We proved f of x plus y equal to f of x plus f of y, and f of x into y equal to what? F of x into f of y. From 1 and 2 implies we can conclude that f is ring homomorphism. Simply homomorphism. Anyway you can write. Right? Okay, first part of the question is completed. Still you have to find kernel f now. Kernel f find cheyalada. For that, once go to your kernel f definition. We know that if a kernel f anagane mind lo idi ravali. Direct. Set x belongs to R, domain set, R into this domain set, such that f of x is equal to 0 dash. But 0 dash means what now? Is it 0 element in codomain set or not? Codomain set ఏంటి? Integer set. Integers లో 0 element ఏంటి? 0 లో కదా. అందుకే 0 dash ని 0 తో రిప్లేస్ చేసుకోండి. I mean this implies kernel f is equal to what now? Set x belongs to R such that f of x is equal to 0. Right? ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి మనం? బేసికల్ గా అయితే ఇక్కడ ఏం లేదు కాబట్టి డైరెక్ట్ కన్క్లూజన్ రాస్తాను. నెక్స్ట్ స్టెప్ ఏం చేయాలి? ఇది సెపరేట్ గా తీసుకోవాలి. దీని నుండి ఆల్ x వాల్యూస్ ఫైండ్ చేయాలి. ప్రొసీడ్ యాజ్ ఎ సెట్, దట్ ఈస్ యువర్ kernel f set. బట్ ఇక్కడ అలాంటి అవసరం లేదు. ఇక్కడ ఏంటి? x belongs to R such that f of x equal to 0 అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? all x in R map to 0 means what? Is it kernel f is equal to real number set or not? అంతే కదా. దీంట్లోనే అన్ని ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఇక్కడ ఓన్లీ 0 కి మ్యాప్ చేసినామంటే kernel f ఏమవుతుంది? ఈ సెట్ అవుతుంది కదా కంప్లీట్. దట్ వన్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ సెట్. kernel f is equal to R. This completes your first question. Right? ఇదండి మన క్వశ్చన్ నెంబర్ 1. Yes, let us see question number 2, second question. If C is the ring of complex numbers, if C, capital C is the ring of complex numbers, and M2 of Z and M2 of Z be the ring of R, M2 of Z be the ring of R, 2 by 2 matrices, and also F is mapping from C to M2 of Z such that are defined as f of a plus ib is equal to a b minus b a, then prove that f is monomorphism. F is monomorphism. Question లో monomorphism పూచేమన్నారంటే ఏం చేయాలి? homomorphism పూచాలి as well as one more condition కూడా పూచాలి. This is your question, right? ఒకసారి క్వశ్చన్ చెప్పండి. C అనేది ఏంటమ్మా? Set of all complex numbers. M2 of Z means what? Set of all 2 by 2 matrices whose entries are integers. అది జనరల్ నోటేషన్. ఇవ్వాల్సి వస్తుంది. M2 of Z అంటే చాలు. This 2 indicates order of the matrix. M is matrix over integer Z means ఇవన్నీ కూడా A, B ఇవన్నీ కూడా integers అన్నట్టు, right? This is matrix. and C contains complex numbers like A plus I, B, C plus ID like that. And they given map F from C to M to of Z in what way? F of A plus I B equal to what? A B minus B A. In notation denote chese chudandi. F of A plus I B is A B minus B A. If you can go through F of C plus I D, C D minus D C. F of X plus I Y if you can take X Y minus Y X. That is your mapping definition. Now we have to show this mapping F is what? Monomorphism means what? Homomorphism and F is one. Both you have to show. But before that, I want to write given conditions in the statement. We have F is mapping from C to M2 of Z such that F of A plus IB is equal to what now? Matrix A, B minus B, A. Okay now? Okay, actually to you proceed your work now, we need two elements in domain set X and Y. Basically how to proceed? F of X plus Y equal to F of X plus F of Y and F of X into Y equal to F of X into F of Y, where X and Y should be what now? Elements of your domain set. In the beginning stages, I want to take X and Y elements in domain set like this one. I want to take X comma Y belongs to C such that X is general element I am taking A plus I B and Y is I am going to take as C plus I B. Complex number formation this one, this one, right? From this you can write F of X and F of Y. What is F of X now? F of X means F of A plus I B. You know what is F of A plus I B? It's 2 by 2 matrix A B minus B A. In the similar way, let us go for F of Y also. What is that F of Y now? F of C plus I B. Can you define this one? It is 2 by 2 matrix C D minus D C. Okay now? Here, first in our condition, basically we have to show F of X plus Y equal to what now? F of X plus F of Y, and let us show F of X into Y equal to F of X into F of Y, right? First I want to do this, but directly I don't do now. First I want to define X plus Y, then I will operate with F, right? For that X here is this, Y is this one. Here what is X plus Y was concentrated? X plus Y is equal to, basically it is A plus IB plus C plus IB. This we can reduce as A plus C plus I into B plus D. Like this we can simplify A plus C plus I into B plus D. I coefficient and free from I coefficient, write down separately, you got this one. Right? This is X plus Y. This one we got. You can now let us define F of X plus Y. I mean from this F of X plus Y is equal to F of X plus Y. Simplified form is what now? This one. A plus C plus I into B plus D. This is, if F of A plus IB is A, B minus B, A, then what about F of A plus C plus I into B plus D? It should be matrix A plus C, B plus D, minus of B plus B and A plus C. Any problem is there? This capital A and capital B and F of A plus IB is what? A, B minus B, A. Right? Like that we proceed. Still I want to write this one as like this. Matrix A plus C, B plus B, minus B minus B, A plus C. Let it be this is relation number 1. Among material దీన్ని డైరెక్ట్ అడ్జస్ట్ చేస్తున్నాము, బట్ అన్నిట్లో అడ్జస్ట్మెంట్ ఈజ్ నాట్ పాసిబుల్. అంటే దీన్ని అడ్జస్ట్ చేస్తే ఇది ఫామ్ చేస్తాం. బట్ దానికన్నా బెటర్ ఏంటంటే ఇది సెపరేట్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసుకోండి, ఇది సెపరేట్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసుకోండి. బోత్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్, దెన్ యూ కెన్ కంక్లూడ్ దిస్ ఇస్ ట్రూ, రైట్? I mean this part completed. Let's go for this part. Already here f of x and f of y available. Directly you can define f of x plus y. I mean f of x plus f of y. Sorry. What is f of x? A b minus b a plus what is f of y? This c d minus b c. Okay. Then let us proceed. Addition ఈ రెండింటిని యాడ్ చేయండి. A plus C మ్యాట్రిక్స్ అడిషన్ తెలుసు కదా, కరెస్పాండింగ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ ని అవుట్ యాడ్. A plus C, B B plus D. Next what? Minus B minus D and A plus C. This is number 2. ఇప్పుడు ఒకసారి రిలేషన్స్ 1 and 2 కాన్సంట్రేట్ చేయండి. Right? Now both are same or not? Then you say these two are equal. Right? That I am writing. Here only I will write. From 1 and 2 implies from 1 and 2 implies f of x plus y is equal to f of x plus f of y. F of x plus y equal to f of x plus f of y. Let it be this is some big expression one అనుకుందాం. ఏదో మన నోటేషన్ డిఫరెంట్. ఈ పార్ట్ కంప్లీట్ అయిపోయింది. నెక్స్ట్ ఇది వర్క్ చేద్దాం. సేమ్ మోడల్ వర్క్ చేద్దాం. ఫస్ట్ x into y ఫామ్ చేద్దాం. ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ f తో ఆపరేట్ చేద్దాం. అది వన్ రిలేషన్ గా తీసుకుందాం. నెక్స్ట్ ఇది సెపరేట్ గా ప్రొడక్ట్ చేద్దాం. If both are equal, then you can conclude the condition. Right? First go for x into y. Here x into y is equal to what is x now? A plus ib into y is what now? C plus id. A plus ib, C plus id. Right? You can do product chesam. Direct crossing. This into this AC, this into this I square minus bd is free from I coefficient plus I coefficient is what now? AD plus BC. This into this gives I coefficient, this into this gives I coefficient. మీకు డైరెక్ట్ ఎకనామిక్స్ లో ఉంటే ఒక స్టెప్ ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేసేసుకోండి. రైట్? దిస్ ఇస్ x into y పర్ఫెక్ట్ కాంప్లెక్స్ నెంబర్ ఫంక్షన్. ఇక నౌ లెట్ us go for f of xy. f of xy ఫార్మ్ చేస్తాం. ఇట్ ఇస్ వాట్? f of AC minus BD plus I into AD plus BC. Okay? ఇది క్యాపిటల్ A అనుకోండి, ఇది క్యాపిటల్ B అనుకోండి. F డెఫినేషన్ ప్రొసీడ్ అవ్వండి. Then it should be what now? Matrix means 2 by 2 matrix. AC minus BD, AD plus BC minus of AD plus BC. Next AC minus BD. Okay na? A B minus B A same relation అయిపోతుంది. ఇంకా దీన్ని మీరు ఇన్సైడ్ తీసుకొచ్చి సింప్లిఫై చేసుకోవచ్చు. I can write this as what now? AC minus BD AD plus BC minus AD minus BC AC minus BD. Let it be this is number 3. మన రెగ్యులర్ ఈక్వేషన్ లో 1 2 it is 3. Okay, f of x y క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తున్నాం. Next go for f of x into f of y. It is what is f of x here now? F of x is nothing but this one. A b minus b a b minus b a into f of y c d minus d c. Any problem? f of y c d minus d c. ఈ రెండు ప్రోడక్ట్ చేసేసేయండి. This is the matrix multiplication already know. This into this plus this into this is first element AC minus BD. Second element this into this plus this into this AD plus BC. Next this into this plus this into this minus BC minus AD. Right? Next this into this plus this into this minus BD plus AC. Okay? Still I am going to write this as AC minus BD minus AD minus BC. Like this you can write minus AD minus BC, and this is AD plus BC, sorry, and this is what now? AC minus BD. Any problem here? Let it be this is number 4, 3 4 like this one. Once concentrate 3 and 4 both are same or not? Rendu same kada. From 3 and 4 implies f of xy is equal to f of x into f of y for all x comma y belongs to C. Let it be this is big expression number 2. If once concentrate big expressions 1 and 2, both conditions we proved now. Therefore, is it f is homomorphism or not? Therefore, from big expressions 1 and 2 implies f is ring homomorphism or simply homomorphism ఇలా రాసిన ప్రాబ్లం F is ring homomorphism, right? This is your first part. But ఇంకా క్వశ్చన్ ఏమన్నా మనకి మోనోమార్ఫిజం అన్న హోమోమార్ఫిజం గా స్టాప్ చేయదు ఇంకా స్టిల్ మనం ఏం చేయాలి you must do 1-1 maximum, right? Okay, now let us go for 1-1 condition. ఇక్కడ వరకు కావాలన్న రిలేషన్స్, that's why I want to run from here. Already in group theory we proceed 1-1 mapping conditions. That same work here I have to do. What is that 1-1 condition? It is very simple thing. Let us take f of x is equal to f of y for x comma y belongs to domain set C. Using this, if you can show x is equal to y, you say f is 1-1, right? Now what is f of x here now? It is a b minus b d is equal to what is f of y now? c d minus d c. Okay now? This implies these two equal means what now? Their corresponding element should be equal. A equal to c and b equal to d. A equal to c and b equal to d. From this also you get same thing. But whenever a equal to c and b equal to d, is it a plus ib is same as c plus id or not? If this equal to this equal to this, a plus I into b is same as c plus I into d, right? But what is a plus I into b now? It is x now. It is equal to what is c plus I into d now? It is y. That's all. Whenever f of x equal to f of y, we prove x is equal to y. Therefore, f is 1-1. First concentrate these two box areas. F is homomorphism and f is 1-1. Hence, f is monomorphism. Yes, this completes your question number 2. Right? This is about one big question. Yes, let us see next problem. It is question number 3. In our sequence it is 3. If z comma plus comma dot is a ring and f is mapping from z to z such that f of x is equal to x for all x belongs to z, then prove that f is automorphism. Then we have to show that f is automorphism and find kernel f. This is the question for you, right? Automorphism means how to proceed homomorphism 1-1 and on to. Already it is mapping from z to itself, that's why it is automorphism. అమ్మ ఇక్కడ క్వశ్చన్లో ఐసోమార్ఫిజం అన్న ఆటోమార్ఫిజం అన్న సేమ్ వర్క్ చేయాల్సింది, నో ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఎట్ ఆల్. ఆఫ్టర్ కంప్లీటింగ్ దట్ యూ కెన్ ప్రొసీడ్ ఫర్ కెర్నల్ కండిషన్. బట్ బిఫోర్ దట్ లెట్ us come on to given areas. First ఇచ్చిన areas తీసుకున్నాము. In the statement they are giving that z comma plus comma dot is a ring and f is mapping from z to z such that f of x is equal to x for all x belongs to z, right? To proceed homomorphism condition, we can write f of y is equal to y for all y belongs to z. Any problem? X z down to f of x equal to x. Like that, if y is in z, f of y should equal to what? F of y should equal to what? Y, right? If homomorphism condition was proceed for x comma y belongs to z implies is it x plus y is also in z or not? Absolutely, according to closure property under addition. Otherwise, whenever x and y are integers, x plus y is also integer. So that I mean whenever x plus y belongs to z, we have f of x plus y should equal to what? X plus y according to this definition. If x belongs to z, we have f of x equal to x. Then what about for x plus y belongs to z? f of x plus y equal to x plus y. ఇక్కడ x plus లో x plus y substitute చేయండి. But already we know x is what my f of x, y is what my f of y. I mean this you can write as f of x plus f of y. Let it be this is relation number 1. In the similar way, go for multiplication. For x comma y belongs to z implies x into y is also in z. Because whenever x and y are integers, x into y also integer. If x belongs to z, you have f of x equal to x. Then what about for xy belongs to z? No? F of xy is equal to x into y. Means here replace x with xy. But this x I am going to replace with f of x now, and this y I am going to replace with what? F of y. This is number 2. From 1 and 2 implies we come to ring homomorphism. From 1 and 2 implies f is ring homomorphism. Simply you can write f is homomorphism. Just keep in box. In our required area, our condition is over. Suppose question no, prove that f is automorphism anakunda, they may stop here also. Prove that f is ring homomorphism means here stop. Automorphism అన్నారు కాబట్టి ఏం చేద్దాం, హోమోమార్ఫిజం తర్వాత 1 1 మ్యాపింగ్ చేద్దాం. Let us go for f is 1 1. Already the last question I explained. Let us take f of x is equal to f of y. Using that, if we can show x is equal to y, that completes your condition. Let us take f of x equal to f of y for x comma y belongs to z. But what is f of x here? Is it x or not? And what is f of y? Is it y or not? That's how directly we got. Whenever f of x equal to f of y, we got x equal to y. This implies we say f is 1 1. Suppose one question lo automorphism anakunda, prove that f is monomorphism annaru. F is homomorphism and 1 1, so that it is monomorphism. Question is over. But automorphism annaru kabatti you have to do onto condition also. Let us go for that onto condition. Right? What is that onto condition? Already definition I explained. For every element of codomain set, if there exists pre-image in a domain set, you say f is onto. Once look here, ikkade undi definition. F of x equal to x for all x belongs to z ante for every x belongs to this z, and indicate chese chudandi. There exists a pre-image, this x belongs to this domain set z. This indicates in definition of meaning. For every x belongs to codomain set, there exists pre-image x belongs to domain set z. So that f is onto. Ade ikkada clarity ga rastunna. Given that f is mapping from z to z such that f of x is equal to x for all x belongs to z. That is the meaning of this. This is what? That is for all x belongs to z. Here I am indicating z is what here codomain set. ఇక్కడ రెండు సేమ్ ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి codomain అంటే domain రాస్తాం. For all x belongs to z codomain set, there exists a pre-image. This x belongs to z. This z is what? Domain set. ఇప్పుడు ఈ కండిషన్ వచ్చిందో లేదో చూసుకోండి. For every element of codomain set, there exists pre-image in a domain set. Therefore, f is onto. This keep in box. Basically, f is homomorphism 1 1 and onto. Hence, is it f is isomorphism or not? Therefore, f is an isomorphism. Suppose my question isomorphism ante ikkada stop cheyandi. But my question ఏమన్నారు? Automorphism అన్నారు. But already you know f is mapping from where to where? Z to z. So that f is automorphism or not? Here f is mapping from z to z is isomorphism. Hence f is an automorphism. Hence f is an automorphism. this completes your total question, right? ఇక్కడ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఇస్తే ఇలా వర్క్ చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. అంటే దీంట్లో పార్ట్స్ కూడా ఇవ్వచ్చు. ఆటోమాటిక్ అంటే ఇదంతా వర్క్ చేయండి. పార్ట్స్ ఇస్తే ఎక్కడ పార్ట్ కట్ చేయాలంటే అక్కడ కట్ చేస్తూ వెళ్ళి. ఓకేనా? దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ యువర్ న్యూ క్వశ్చన్. ఆల్ ఏరియాస్ కవర్డ్ ఇన్ దిస్ క్వశ్చన్. Yes. Now see one more question. Is question number 4 in our approach. If z comma plus comma dot and 2z comma plus comma dot are two rings, and f is mapping from z to 2z such that f of x is equal to 2x for all x belongs to z, then prove or disprove f is homomorphism. That means we have to verify whether f is ring homomorphism or not. Homomorphism means in this case ring homomorphism or not. You have to verify, right? That is your new question, right? You have to verify f is ring homomorphism or not. True or disprove means that may be homomorphism or not in the rings. You can ring and mention it, but it should be ring homomorphism, right? So that means you have to verify two conditions: f of x plus y equal to f of x plus f of y, and f of x into y equal to f of x into f of y. Both conditions we have to verify, right? But before that, I want to take given conditions. In the statement, they are giving that f is mapping from z to z in such a way that f of x is equal to 2 into x for all x belongs to z. This implies f of y is equal to 2 into y for all y belongs to z, right? Under addition, first proceed. For x comma y belongs to z implies x plus y also in z belongs, so that whenever x plus y belongs to z, according to the definition of f of x plus y should be what? 2 into x plus y, right? But this you can write as 2x plus 2y. 2x plus 2y. Whenever x belongs to z, f of x equal to x. Like that, what about for x plus y belongs to z? F of x plus y equal to 2 into x plus y, which you can write as 2x plus 2y. But 2x is what now? F of x plus 2y is what now? F of y. Okay, first part no problem. We got f of x plus y equal to f of x plus f of y. Next go for multiplication condition. For x comma y belongs to z implies x into y also in z, because product of two integers is again integer. Here, whenever x belongs to z, you have f of x equal to 2x. Then what about for x into y belongs to z? F of x into y is equal to 2 into xy. Any problem? This is nothing but 2xy. Let it be, this is some relation number 2, right? This take as big expression number 1 later. Variety purpose. This I want to take as number 1. Okay, no? Next, separately find f of x into f of y. If both are equal, then you can conclude it is homomorphism. But what is f of x here? 2x into what is f of y? 2y. 2x into 2y is what? 4xy. This is the way. If once concentrate relations 1 and 2, from 1 and 2 implies f of xy is not equal to f of x into f of y, because here you got 2xy, here you got 4xy, both are not equal. Hence f is not ring homomorphism. True or disprove అంటే ఏదన్నా అవ్వచ్చు, homomorphism అవ్వచ్చు కాకపోవచ్చు. You have to verify in the proper way. This is about your new question, right? ఇప్పటివరకు మనం చేసినవన్నీ homomorphism అయ్యేవి చేసాము. This is one example where f is not homomorphism, right? This is about your new relation.